Haribo Mataji. I think we need just pop your microphone on, if you would. Jai.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari,
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari,
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari,
Jai Gopi Janavallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari,
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana,
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana,
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari,
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Natira Vanachari,
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari,
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Premanand. Jai Am Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivrajakacarya Stotra Shatashi Śrīmad is Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Namaste Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
Jai.
श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिर गोवर्धन की जय।
Jai.
भक्त वृंद की जय।
Jai.
All glories assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudire
Nashta Praesha Babhadreshu
Ashtapadeshav Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttam Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 1, Text 9. Tatra hava enam dashir
Tatra Varinam Darshi
Hamsayena pitaram bhagavantam
Hamsayana Pitram Bhagavatam
Sayena nena pitaram
Hiranya Garbham. Oh, sorry, I'm going ahead.
Hamsayanena pitaram
Hamsayanena Pitaram
Bhagavantam hiranya
Bhagavantam Hiranya
Garbham upalabhamanaha
Garbham Upalabhamana
Sahasaivothayarhanena
Sahasevothaya Haryena
Saha pita putrabhyam
Saha Pita Putrabhyam
Hintajali
Avahitanjali Rupastasye
Tatra havayanam davashe
Tatra Havase
Hamsayanena pitaram
Hamsayanena Pitaram
Bhagavantam hiranyam
Bhagavantam Hiranya
Garbham upalabham manaha
Garbha Upalabhavamanaha
Sahasaivothayarharena
Sahasevothaya Haret
Saha pita putrabhyam
सह पिता पुत्रभ्याम्
avahinta jalirupasthathe
अवाहिताञ्जलिरुपतस्थे
तत्र हविनां देवाशीर्
तत्र वहनीनं देवर्षि
हंसायानेन पितरम्
हंसयानेन पितरम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्याम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्या
गर्भम् उपलभं मनः
गर्भम् उपलभमानः
दैवोत्थायार्हणेन
सहसैवोत्थायार्हणेन
सह पिता पुत्रभ्यम्
सह पिता पुत्रभ्याम्
अवाहिताञ्जलिरुपतस्थे
अवहित अंजलिरुपतस्थे
तत्र हवायनं देवर्षि
तत्र हवायनं देवर्षि
हंसायानेन पितरम्
हंसयानेन पितरम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्यागर्भम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्यगर्भम्
उपलभमानः सः उपलभमानः
उपलभमानः
सः सेवते अर्हेण सह
सह सेवोत्थात्यार्हणेन सह
पिता पुत्राभ्यम् अवाहिताञ्जलि उपातशे
पिता पुत्राभ्याम् अवहिताञ्जलिरुपतस्थे
Sorry, this is how these verses are. Very difficult.
तत्र हवायनं देवर्षि
तत्र हवायनं देवर्षि
सहयानेन पितरं भगवन्तम्
हंसयानेन पितरं भगवन्तम्
हिरण्यगर्भ उपलभमानः
हिरण्यगर्भम् उपलभमानः
सह सेवोत्थायार्हणेन सह
सह सेवते अर्हणेन सह
पिता पुत्राभ्याम् अवहिताञ्जलिः
पिता पुत्राभ्याम् अवहिताञ्जलि
उपतस्थे
उपतस्थे
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण तत्र हवायनं देवासेर्
तत्र हवायनं देवर्षि
हंसयानेन पितरम्
हंसयानेन पितरम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्यगर्भम्
भगवन्तं हिरण्यगर्भम् उपलभमानः
सहसैवोत्थायार्हणेन
सह सेवोत्थायार्हणेन
सह पिता पुत्रभ्यम्
सह पिता पुत्राभ्याम्
अवाहिताञ्जलिरुपतष्टेर्
अवहिताञ्जलिरुपतस्थे
जय
हरे
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Word for word translation. Tatra,
अत्र
there,
there
hava, certainly,
suddenly
enam,
enam
him,
Him,
deva rishihi,
devarshihi
the great saint Narada,
the great saint Narada
Narada,
Hamsa yanena,
Hansayanena
Yanina,
swan carrier,
Swan carrier
the swan
Pitaram,
Pitaram
Saram,
his father,
his father,
Bhagavantam,
Bhagavatam,
most powerful,
most powerful,
Hiranyagarbham,
Hiranyagarbham,
Brahma,
Brahma,
Upalabhamanaha,
Upalabhamanaha,
understanding,
understanding,
Sahasa eva,
Sahasa eva,
immediately,
immediately,
Uthaya,
Uthaya,
having stood up,
having stood up,
Arhanena,
Arhanena,
paraphernalia,
paraphernalia,
for worship,
worship,
Saha,
Saha,
accompanied,
accompanied,
Pita Putrabhyam,
Pita Putrabhyam,
Putrabhyam,
by Priyavrata and his father Swayambhuva Manu,
by Priyavrata
Priyavrata and
and his
father
father Swayambhuva Manu,
Swayambhuva Manu,
Avahita Anjalihi,
Avahita Anjalihi,
Anjalihi,
with respect and folded hands,
with
with respect and folded hands,
Upatasthe,
Upatasya,
worshipped.
worshipped.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Lord Brahma, the father of Narada Muni, is the supreme person within this universe. As soon as Narada saw the great swan, he could understand that Lord Brahma had arrived. Therefore, he immediately stood up along with Swayambhuva Manu and his son Priyavrata, whom Narada was instructing. Then they folded their hands and began to worship Lord Brahma with great respect. Purport. As stated in the previous verse, Lord Brahma was accompanied by other demigods, but his specific carrier was the great swan. Therefore, as soon as Narada Muni saw the swan, he could understand that his father, Lord Brahma, who is also known as Hiranyagarbha, was arriving. Thus, he immediately stood up with Swayambhuva Manu and his son Priyavrata to receive Lord Brahma and offer him respect. Om Jnanatimirandhyasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhotam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya eva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Very nice verse describing how Narada Muni paid respects to Lord Brahma. Because Lord Brahma is the supreme creator, but the original creator is Lord Vishnu, as we know, and Lord Brahma came out from Lord Vishnu's navel on a lotus flower. So we always have to remember that although Lord Brahma is the creator, he is created by Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we always have to respect Lord Brahma because he is the creator, just like Narad Muni is respecting Lord Brahma here. And so we have to always respect, offer our respects to everyone who are above us, and we should be compassionate to those who are not in Krishna consciousness. So we should try and be compassionate to people who are who don't know about Krishna, and we have to be respectful to everyone around us. That's how devotees should be. Be respectful and compassionate to everyone around us. So, as we know, the easiest way is to chant the holy name of the Lord. That connects us directly to the Lord. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 15.168, Lord Chaitanya says, Krishna fulfills all the desires of a prema bhakta. So a premi bhakta is someone who chants the holy name with love, who loves Krishna unconditionally without any motives. So we should not have any material motives when we worship Krishna. We should worship Krishna simply because we love Krishna and we want to have a loving relationship with Krishna, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything originates. So Krishna is all powerful. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in this verse, Krishna is all powerful. He can do and undo things. Nothing is impossible for Krishna. The desire that you cherish, he will fulfill it. Bhakta Vancha Kalpataru. He is the desire fulfilling tree of his devotees. He fulfills all the desires of his dear devotees. Krishna is never incapable of delivering all the jivas. So, and if we develop some goodwill towards a jiva, then that jiva will immediately become a Vaishnava, just by showering some mercy on that jiva. And if one becomes a Vaishnava, then all his sinful karmic reactions will be destroyed. So Lord Chaitanya is saying all this. Let all the jivas of this world be delivered. And Krishna is not incapable of doing this. He can do this. He is Bhakta Vancha Kalpataru, the desire fulfilling tree of the devotees. He fulfills all the desires of his dear devotee. And he can do it. If a Vaishnava like you, O Vasudeva Datta, cherishes such a desire and expresses goodwill to the jivas, then all the jivas will become Vaishnavas and all their sinful reactions will be destroyed immediately. Krishna destroys it. So Lord Chaitanya is saying this to Vasudeva Datta. So such is the desire of a Premi Bhakta, and only by developing such a desire, one becomes a Vaishnava. Lord Chaitanya said, O Vasudeva Datta, you are such a Premi Bhakta that by your will, the whole world will be delivered. Do you think Krishna has to exhaust himself very much to deliver the whole world? No, it is very easy for Krishna. Krishna is so powerful that he can do and undo anything. What his dear devotee Premi Bhakta says, he immediately does it because he is subordinate to his devotees. So Krishna is subordinate to his devotees. He is controlled by the devotees' love. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is actually controlled by the love of the devotees. He immediately does what his devotee desires. So we should develop pure love for Krishna and run after Krishna. Mother Yashoda was running after Krishna to catch Krishna. So we should also run after Krishna. So we have to be compassionate to the devotees, which is called Jivedaya, and we should have a taste for the holy name, which is called Nama Ruchi. So the Vedas has 4 divisions. Those are Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishad or Vedanta. Especially this Brahmana section, which is written in prose, mentions many different varieties of yagyas. What yagya should be performed or which mantra should be recited. The Samhita section is Shukta, consisting of Vedic mantras. Then Aranyaka, which is written by the Munis and Rishis in Aranya, the forest. It is actually part of the Brahmana portion. And the topmost portion of the Vedas are the Upanishads or Vedanta. The Brahmana portion is again divided in 3 parts: Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. The Karma Kanda section is all material. Srila Prabhupada purport in Bhagavatam 9.14.43 says, those who are very lusty for sense enjoyment perform karma kandya yagyas. In that section, the worship for different demigods and which particular demigod will fulfill your desires is mentioned. But Narottam Das Thakur says that these karma kanda and jnana kanda are simply pots of poison. Vishera bhanda. Those who think them to be nectar, they have to undergo many species of life. They will never get mukti, liberation, or achieve the perfection of life. Rather, they will just go down and down through the various species of life. So Narottam Das Thakur says that karma kanda only fulfills one's material desires And by following Jnana Kanda, which is Brahma Pratipadaka, you will get Sayujya Mukti and merge into Brahman. The Upasana Kanda, however, describes Bhagavad Bhakti, and there the Bhagavad Shakti and Vibhuti, the potencies and opulences of the Lord, are mentioned. Those who are Vaishnavas, Bhaktas, they never follow Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda. They follow the Upasana Kanda because they have no desire for material enjoyment or material liberation. So that's what we are trying to do. We should not have any desire for material enjoyment or material liberation. We should try and achieve prema bhakti for Krishna so that we can associate with Krishna in Krishna Loka at the end of this human life. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11, it is mentioned, Anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavritam anukulena krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttamam. Those Shuddha Bhaktas, pure devotees, have no desire for material enjoyment or liberation. They always think that, oh Lord, life after life, I want unalloyed devotional service and render loving service at your lotus feet, giving you all sorts of pleasure and enjoyment. So they want to please Krishna. They want to act for Krishna. They want to do service for Krishna's enjoyment. So the Shuddha Bhaktas, pure devotees, that's their mood. They say that I will never ask for my own happiness or enjoyment. They are called Nishkama Bhaktas, pure devotees, pure from all desires. So they never follow this Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda. So one of the names of Lord Vishnu is Yagya by Vishnu. So Yagya Karma means activities performed only for the pleasure and satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. If the Yagya Karma is performed for the fulfillment of one's own lusty desires for material enjoyment and not for Lord Vishnu, then it becomes a karma kandya yagya, and we should avoid that. We should only perform yagyas to please and satisfy Lord Vishnu. So the name of Krishna is Chintamani. It fulfills all desires. Whatever desire one may have, the holy name will fulfill it. Those who are fruitive workers, sakama karmis, they have all sorts of material desires, and the name will actually fulfill their desire. So Krishna fulfills all our desires. So our desires should be to be able to serve Krishna more sincerely, and then Krishna will help us do that so that we can come out of this cycle of birth and death and go back to Krishna. So we should only desire to perform nice devotional service to Krishna, and then Krishna helps us. In Kali Yuga, only one yagya is recommended. That is the Sankirtan yagya. Yagye Sankirtana prayer yajanti hi sumedhasaha. Only those who are intelligent take to Sankirtan yagya to fulfill all their desires, material and spiritual. This is in Bhagavatam 9.14.43 purport. So we have to perform Sankirtan yagya. That's the highest form of yagya. And we have to chant the holy name of Krishna offenselessly. So when we speak about the holy name, there are three categories: offensive chanting, namabhasa, and offenseless chanting. For those who are chanting with offenses, the name will fulfill their material desires, dharma, artha, kama, which are religiosity, economic development, and fulfillment of one's material desires. These are all given by the offensive chanting. If one attains the namabhasa stage, he will get mukti. The name gives these four: dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but it is not the chief result of nama. It is gonya phala, the secondary result, and it is anusangika phala. That means it is automatically achieved. If, for example, we plant a mango tree and our chief purpose is to get the mango, the secondary result is that when the mango tree grows into a big tree and spreads its twigs and branches, it will give us cool shade and fuel as well. So our chief purpose is to get the ripe mango, but the secondary purpose is automatically fulfilled. Similarly, the holy name will give us dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but that is not the chief result of nama. The chief result of the holy name is Krishna prema. So when we chant the holy name sincerely, we automatically get Krishna prema. And also the secondary results will be dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So those are the secondary results, but we are not interested in those. We're only interested in Krishna prema. And especially in Kali Yuga, because the holy name is the incarnation of Krishna, it connects us directly with Krishna. There is no other incarnation. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 17.22, it is mentioned, Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatara, Nama Haite Haya Sarva Jagat Nishtara. There is no difference between the name of Krishna and Krishna himself. Abhinatvan Nama Namino. That means the pure name, Shuddha Nama. If we chant the pure name, we will get Krishna prema and thereby get Krishna. That is the chief result. Automatically, we will get dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but a pure devotee never wants those. He pushes it back and he only wants Krishna prema. So still, those who have other desires, their desires are also fulfilled. So Krishna is so merciful, he fulfills the desires of everyone. So if one desires economic development, he will get money and wealth. If one desires sense enjoyment, then the offensive name will also fulfill that desire. At the namabhasa stage, the name will fulfill the desire of those who want liberation, which is mukti kamis. But those who are nishkama, without desire for bhukti or mukti, they only want unalloyed devotion. So that should be our goal, unalloyed devotion without desiring bhukti or mukti. So in Shishtastakam, Lord Chaitanya says, O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. So Lord Chaitanya only wants Shuddha Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, unalloyed devotion at the lotus feet of the Lord. So when we chant the holy name, purely, when we chant the holy name sincerely, then our desire to serve the Lord is also fulfilled. So by chanting the holy name, we will get Krishna and taste the nectar of Krishna Prema. And then automatically all our material desires will vanquish. There will be no more attraction to material opulences. So in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 5.19.27, it is mentioned the Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desires of a devotee who approaches him with such motives, but he does not bestow benedictions upon the devotee that will cause him to demand more benedictions again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at his own lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it. And that shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality of Godhead's special mercy. So Krishna fulfills all of one's desires because Krishna is the ultimate sanctioning authority. So for one who has come to this path of Krishna bhajan, all his desires are fulfilled. Krishna fulfills it in such a way, however, that such a person will never ask for it a second time. So Krishna fulfilled Dhruva Maharaj's desire, but rather Dhruva Maharaj condemned himself. He said, he did not want to ask for material opulences anymore. This is the result of Krishna bhajan. Krishna will fulfill your desires in such a way that you will not want your material desires anymore. So Krishna says in Chaitanya Charitamrita Mandalila 22.38, he is doing my bhajan and asking for material enjoyment, which is Vishaya Sukha. He is not asking for the nectar emanating from my lotus feet, but for material enjoyment, which is like poison Visha. So Krishna is mentioning that. So we should avoid that. We should avoid asking for material desires because they are temporary. They will finish one day. So Krishna also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 2.40, in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and little advancement in this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So this means that when we perform devotional service, it will protect us from the most dangerous type of fear, which is going down into the lower species of life. So life is very short and death can come at any time. So we have come to this path of Krishna consciousness, and so we have to take it very seriously, because whatever advancement we make in devotional service, it carries on into our next life. So we have to use our human life very carefully so that we don't fall down into lower species of life after this birth. Even if we do very little for Krishna, it will still deliver us from the greatest danger. In this life, death comes and you leave your body, and whatever little you have earned through devotional service will go with you. Anything material will never go with you. But whatever you have earned from your bhajan, that goes with you. It can never be exhausted. Even if it is unconsciously earned, we are still making progress in this devotional service. So, for example, Narada Muni, he unconsciously earned the result, which is Agyata Sukriti. But he became such a great devotee, the son of Brahma. Although it was not consciously earned. Similarly, whatever one has earned, if he does not attain perfection in this life, it will remain with him. And ultimately, he will develop pure bhakti and get Krishna. If one is very eager and serious, however, and does bhajan with nishtha, which is steadiness, in this very life, he will definitely get Krishna. So our aim is to get Krishna in this very life. So perform bhajan with steadiness. So that should be our goal. So the story of Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj asked Lord Nrsimhadev, how is it that I have developed such bhakti for you? Lord Nrsimhadev replied, very long ago, in ancient days, you were the son of a very pure Veda-vid Brahmana. His name was Vasu Sharma and he was staying in the city of Avanti. The name of his wife was Shushila and she was a very chaste and ideal wife. She was very devoted to her husband. And she was following Sadachara, which is good behavior. So they were very famous throughout the 3 planetary systems. And you were the youngest of the 5 sons born from the womb of Shushila. So Lord Nrsimhadev is saying this to Prahlad Maharaj. The first 4 sons were Panditas, very learned and pure Brahmanas. They were very devoted to their father. But you, the youngest one, were completely spoiled. You were addicted to a prostitute. Such a bad character you had. You never obeyed your father. Your name was Vasudeva and you spent your days with a prostitute. Such a woman hunter you were, but not following any regulative principles, only misbehavior. So one night there was a quarrel between yourself and the prostitute. You were quarreling and the whole night. Because of that, both of you spent the whole night without food and no sleep, only quarreling and quarreling. It is a strange coincidence, however, that this was the day of Nrsimha Chaturdashi. So automatically you got the result of fasting on my day. That prostitute achieved the result of being elevated to the planets of the demigods. And she became one of the Apsaras because she had the desire for material enjoyment. And there is such an abundance of enjoyment on the planets of the demigods. But after that, she became a very dear devotee of me. And so Lord Nrsimhadev is still saying this. And you, Prahlada, because of your desire, especially Vaishya Sangha, the association of a prostitute, you were born in a demoniac family. You became the son of Hiranyakashipu, but because you fasted on my appearance day, Nrsimha Chaturdashi, you got that result, Vrata Phala, and became my dear devotee. Therefore, those who observe this Nrsimha Chaturdashi Vrata will get such result and developed bhakti. So Lord Brahma also observed this vrata, and therefore he got the Shakti to create. Lord Shiva also observed this vrata, and as a result he got the Shakti to annihilate. For those who observe this vrata, any desire they have will be fulfilled. That is why you have developed such devotion for me. Unconsciously, you fasted the whole night without sleep, and this is the result. Very nice story of why Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee of the Lord. So bhakti is very powerful. Even if we unconsciously performed only a little service, still the result is there. So what to speak of the result of those who are consciously doing it? We should understand that if we consciously serve Krishna, then we will achieve so much devotional service and we will go back to Krishna. This is the wonderful glory of bhakti. Somehow or other, if we engage in it, we will get the result of Krishna Prema, which is the goal of our human life. So when we say Nitya Siddha Prahlada, so Prahlada is an eternal associate of the Lord. And how is it that he was born as a son of that Brahmana and was such a spoiled character? The answer is that Nitya Siddha Prahlada is always there, but Vasudeva, the son of Vashusarma, entered into the body of Prahlad Maharaj. So another example is there from Bhakti Sandarbha. There was a bird called Varta Pakshi that was chased by a dog who wanted to catch the bird and eat it. So the dog was running and chasing the bird who could not fly away because one of his wings was broken. Out of fear of being caught and eaten by the dog, the bird unknowingly circumambulated a temple of Lord Vishnu, Bhagavata Mandira. At that time, the dog caught the bird and the bird died. Because the bird has circumambulated the temple of the Lord, as a result, he went to Vaikuntha. He got such a nice result. Although the bird did not know that this was a temple of the Lord, because one of his wings was broken, all he could do was just run around that temple. Such is bhakti. Even if it is unconsciously performed, the result is there. So this is what we can understand from the examples of Prahlad Maharaj and the Varta Pakshi bird. Therefore, bhakti sadhana is the only sadhana, and a bhakti yogi is the topmost yogi. And so Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 6.47, of all the yogis, one who has great faith, who abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me, he is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So that is what we are trying to do. We should have great faith in Krishna, always think of Krishna. Out of so many yogis like karma yogis, jnana yogis, and dhyana yogis, the bhakti yogi is the topmost yogi. So thank you so much everyone for listening. If you have any comments or realizations, please share. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, Ruchira.
Hare
Thank you so much for class. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Mataji.
You do your research and you present so nicely. I actually don't have any questions. I'll be very honest with you. I got distracted partway through class. So what I heard, Mataji, was lovely and I have no questions. Thank you. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Ruchira.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Very nice class. Thank you.
Thank you,
See,
Mataji.
long time.
Yeah.
Little break. Yeah, very nice class. So actually we are talking about the bhakti and the attachment to Krishna. So you mentioned in Chaitanya Chitramrita 2:22:39, I think. So here the translation is, I am very unintelligent. Since I am very unintelligent, since I am very intelligent, why should I give this fool material prosperity? Instead, I shall induce him to take the nectar of the shelter of my lotus feet and make him forget illusory material enjoyment. So this is what actually, Lord Chaitanya or Krishna is saying.
Yes.
Those who are interested in material enjoyment, known as bhukti and kami, and one who is interested in merging into the effulgence of Brahman or perfecting the mystic yoga system, is not a devotee at all. Devotees do not have such desires. However, if a karmi, jnani, or yogi somehow contacts a devotee, so this is what the association, and renders devotional service, then Krishna immediately awards him love of God and gives him shelter at his lotus feet. Although he may have no idea how to develop love of Krishna, if a person wants material profit from devotional service, Krishna condemns such materialistic desires. So
Yes.
it's Krishna's mercy that even unknowingly, if we surrender to Krishna, we know in Bhagavatam so many stories. So Krishna unknowingly also, if we remember Krishna, so Krishna is so merciful that even taking the name of his son Narayan, we know that Krishna was so kind to him, though he didn't go to Yamaraj, but he had another chance to engage in his devotional service, and Krishna gave him shelter at his lotus feet. Thank you very much for lovely class. All these Bhagavatam actually comes to one thing, that
Yes.
we to surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna, and then Krishna take care of that. And how we can surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna? Of course, this one thing is to surrender to lotus feet of our spiritual master and follow their instruction. That's the one thing which we should always remember. We cannot do anything on our own. It's the spiritual master that we serve, and then he is the one who take us to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much again.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. If there's no other comments, I'll finish here today. Grantara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hi.
Gora Premanande.
Hari Hari.
Bible.
Devi Dasi ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Bhakta Bindu. Hare Krishna.